Welcome to a very special edition of today's Nashville, This is Faith. Today, we take a moment to honor the great Dolly Parton, who has graduated to heaven to be with the Lord. We are going to bring you an interview with Terry Squires, who sat down with Dolly to talk about her faith and music. We will also have a special segment with Bill Anderson, who shares all about his special song and video recording with Dolly. Finally, we will feature Cindy Morgan with her tribute to Dolly as she covers Dolly's song, I Will Always Love You. Kick back, reflect, and enjoy this half hour featuring Dolly Parton on today's Nashville. Let's go.
She rose from rags to riches, Dolly Parton. We know her as the most honored female country performer of all time. A singer, a songwriter, a record producer, actress, author, businesswoman, and philanthropist. Her awards are endless. 8 Grammy Awards, 2 Academy Award nominations, 10 CMA Awards, 47 Grammy nominations, and many more. In 1999, she was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Today, she continues to inspire others with her smile, faith, and music. This is her story for Friends Sharing Friends.
Dolly, it is such an honor and blessing to be here with you today. You have a new CD coming out. It's so exciting. I Believe in You.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's a children's album, and I've been writing songs for years for children because I have a program, my literacy program called the Imagination Library, where we give books to children from the time they're born till they're 5 years old. So every time we give books away, I write a song about that subject. And so through the years, I've accumulated all these songs. Plus, I write for my little nieces and nephews. So I just had all these songs, and when we found out we were about to give away our 100 millionth book, I thought, what a perfect time to put this album out. And we had The Coat of Many Colors, the 2 movies I did, and with all the children in that, it was just seemed to be like a really, really good time. These songs are very positive, very uplifting, and spiritual in their way.
Talking about The Coat of Many Colors, tell me about that.
Well, the true story of The Coat of Many Colors is a song that's followed me through the years. It's a true story about a little coat that Mama made. My mother was very spiritual, very religious. My grandpa, being a Church of God preacher, Pentecostal preacher. So we grew up in the church and believing that through God all things were possible. And Mama just always would read these stories from the Bible, and she would give us examples of things. So when she had made me this little coat that I needed for real, to make me proud of it, she told me that story about Joseph and the coat of many colors from the Bible. So that's kind of how that came along, but the kids didn't think I looked a lot like Joseph, and they laughed at my coat, and it hurt my feelings. But there's a song in this CD called Making Fun Ain't Funny, and it's kind of based on that idea of making fun of kids and bullying other kids. So this whole album has little things that have good messages for children in them, the way my mama used to do.
What inspired you, or did anybody, a certain person inspire you to do the CD?
To do the
CD.
The children's, well, just the whole program itself, that I work with children, and these children need messages, and just the whole idea that this day and time, that was another reason I decided to do it now. I just think the world has just got so much craziness and so much darkness in it. I wanted to be able to bring a little light, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do musically as an artist, as a grown-up artist, and I wanted to do something that was bright and special, and these little songs are actually good for the parents too. I think the parents are going to get as much out of it as the kids do, because all the songs are, kind of like a little message, and they're singable, but they have something to say.
Which song on the CD is closest to your heart?
Well, the one closest to me is for personal reasons. It's called Chemo Hero. I had one of my little nieces, Hannah Dennison, when she was 4 years old, she got leukemia. Until she was 9, we weren't sure that she was going to make it. And so I used to write all these songs for her to kind of pass the time, and fun, positive, uplifting little things where she's my chemo hero. She's 29 now, so she's definitely made it. And so at Vanderbilt, hospital here, they took such good care of her. So that little song's special, and there's another one called Brave Little Soldier that I wrote for her as well. But it's about children that are going through things like possibly divorces or just any number of things that kids go through, abuse or whatever. This song, those little songs are good, but the others are just fun. They're teaching songs, about responsibility, friendship, sharing, caring, giving, and they're just bright and lively.
Well, tell me a little bit about your faith.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, my grandpa was a preacher, so my grandpa pastored this little church called the House of Prayer, and so he was a very positive, uplifting person. And I learned to love Jesus, and learned that Jesus loved me when I was a little bitty kid, and all those things that Mama used to say, that through God all things are possible. I kept all those things kind of tucked away into my subconscious mind and in my heart, and those are the things that have helped me through the years. I never do anything that I don't pray about it, and I always ask God to lead me and to show me and direct me into what I'm doing, and to bring all the good and the right people into my life, and to take all the bad and good things out, and just to kind of guide me to do things that would glorify Him and to uplift mankind. That's my mission.
And you've done
so world.
Much to help people with the fires and just giving so much of your
Well, we should do that. I'm certainly no angel. Lord knows I'm not. But I believe in something greater than myself, and I do believe in prayer, and I do believe in forgiveness, and I do believe that God is there for us, and we all need to believe in something, bigger than us, and I believe that there is, and I depend on that.
So, if somebody was listening, and I know a lot of people will be listening to this, what would you say to them to encourage them and inspire them?
Well, I would just say you just need to try to find all the good in life you can. You see something wrong, try to make it right. You see something bad, try to make it good. Or at least kind of throw some sort of light on whatever darkness that you see. Just try to make things a little better. Treat people a little nicer. Love a little more. Pray a little harder. And I just think we should just try a little more to be better people, especially this day and time.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
We're all God's kids.
And you have one song on there about bullying, right?
Yeah, that's the one called Making Fun Ain't Funny. And that was kind of based off of the Coat of Many Colors, knowing that, but also because of all the bullying going on this day and time, even online. Little kids are being so bullied, they're committing suicide. They're just, but just the bullies are just not good. But you have to teach them. They're just children too. The little bullies in the world, they've never learned, evidently, that they're not supposed to do that. So that's what some of these songs are trying to teach them, that that's not okay. There is a better way, and here's what here's what you need to do, to love the difference in each other, and love everybody for who and what they are, because we're not all the same, and that's what makes life good. That's what makes life special, is that things are different. If everybody was alike, what a boring old world that'd be.
Tell me what's next for you.
I don't really know for sure. I'm actually been doing some TV things, producing, probably maybe do some more of that. I hope to write some more. I've been hoping to write with some other artists. And I've got a musical of my life story that I'm trying to put on its feet. And so I'm going to be doing that. And eventually I want to have cosmetic, wigs, makeup, clothes line, and do some more children's things, hopefully.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
My friends, I want to encourage you that God has a plan and a purpose for your life, and He wants you to share your talents and gifts with others.
I I hope you enjoyed that interview with Terry and Dolly. Next, we bring you an interview with Bill Anderson discussing the song duet he recorded with Dolly and the music video entitled Someday It Will All Make Sense. Let's take a look.
Let's talk about some of your successes, because I mean, it's still going on.
Well, I just got nominated for a Grammy Award.
I know.
I didn't win, but I got
know.
nominated.
I was trying to get you on my show, and it's like, where is he? And we turned on the TV, and my husband said, well, he's at the Grammys. So.
Yeah, I got to go out there. Dolly Parton and I did a duet together of a song called Someday It'll All Make Sense last year, and we got a Grammy nomination.
Let's talk about that, because I saw the video. First of all, I love the song.
Thank you.
And I love the video. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you write that song?
I wrote it with two other guys. I got into co-writing after I kind of got back into music a little bit a few years ago, and I do a lot of songs with other people. I wrote Someday It'll All Make Sense with Bobby Tomberlin and Ryan Larkins, and Dolly heard it. It was amazing because Bobby Tomberlin, one of the co-writers, was good friends, or is good friends, with a lady named Cheryl Riddle, who is a dear friend of mine, as well as Dolly's hairstylist. And Bobby played Someday It'll All Make Sense. I cut it by myself to start with, and he played my version of it for Cheryl, and Cheryl says, Dolly's got to hear this. And she took it to Dolly. Next thing I knew, Dolly put her voice on it and sent it back to me, and it was just like an angel from heaven. I mean, you talk about an answered prayer. I didn't even dare to pray for something like that, and it happened anyway.
What's the song all about?
Well, basically what it says is kind of summed up in the title. No matter what we go through in life, we don't understand it. I mean, it starts off with the singer being angry. He said, I was angry. I was shaking my fist at the heavens. You know, doesn't say what he was angry about, but he was angry. And then suddenly this voice speaks to him and says, you know, don't worry about it. Someday it'll all make sense. It's kind of a modern day version of the old song called Farther Along. Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. And this one just says, someday the picture will come into focus and we'll see it all plain and clear. So it talks about faith, you know, when we come together in the place He has for us, where the pain and the hurt disappear. So that's what it's about. And Dolly and I both felt this song very strongly. She's a person of great faith, as you know.
Yeah, I had the privilege to interview her years ago, just for a little. She wasn't on the show, but I just loved her faith too.
You know what I love about Dolly, and I've told people this since we did the record and since the video came out, Dolly takes what she does, her work, her craft, very seriously. But Dolly doesn't take Dolly very seriously. Dolly cuts up and has more fun. We were in the studio doing this very serious song, and she's cutting up and cracking jokes and entertaining everybody that's on the set. And then when it comes time to be professional and to do her part, then she knows how to do that. I admire that so much.
Yeah, everybody loves Dolly.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Bill too.
No,
But I do. The song is very touching. And I think a lot of people really don't understand sometimes. They get angry, and they, you know, even tragedies that we have seen this week, we don't understand why. Why is this happening?
Yeah.
But someday, you know,
it'll all make sense. Well, that's faith. That's not just believing that He can, it's knowing that He will. I stared at the heavens, my heart full of anger, so mad I was shaking my fist, when out of the darkness a voice soft and tender said, someday it'll all make sense.
Without any answers, my faith out there riding the fence. But I've got to believe in what I Someday the picture will come into focus, and we'll see it all plain and clear. When we come together in the place He has for us, where the pain and the hurt disappear. Someday we'll laugh at these roads that we've traveled. I am completely convinced that hope never dies or goes out of fashion. Someday it'll all make sense. Someday the picture will come into focus, and we'll see it all plain and clear. When we come together in the place He has for us, where the pain and the hurt disappear. Someday we'll laugh at these roads that we've traveled. I am completely convinced that hope never dies or goes out of fashion. Someday it'll all make sense. Someday it'll all make sense.
What a beautiful story and amazing song. It truly is just like they sang. There are many things in life we can't understand, but hold on to hope that one day we will see them clearly. The pains we have suffered and the sacrifices we have made will pale in comparison to that glorious home our Dolly is now in. It is the impact of a life that will make a difference for the kingdom of God. And Dolly made a difference with her 80 years on this earth. We celebrate her life and ask you one question. Can you take what Dolly lived and be a little kinder, love a little harder, and spread God's light to humanity? Just look to heaven, hear the call, and do what God inspires. As we close this special time together, we bring you Cindy Morgan singing one of Dolly Parton's best-known songs, I Will Always Love You. Thanks for watching us on Cornerstone, and we celebrate the impact Dolly had for the kingdom of heaven.
Thank you. Okay, so I would love to do a song by another writer, probably one of my favorite songwriters of all time, and really just one of my favorite artists. And she's my East Tennessee girl, Dolly Parton. And I got my start at Dollywood. The first year that Dollywood was Dollywood, it used to be the Silver Dollar City. But the first year that it became Dollywood, Dolly had this big talent contest. And I sang Holy Ground and I Go to the Rock. And I ended up winning her contest, which won a contract to sing at Dollywood. And so I wanted to do one of her songs that I can almost guarantee every one of you guys here know. If I should stay, I would only be in I think of you every step of the way, and I will always love you. I will always love you. Bittersweet memories, that's all I am taking with me. So I go, but I know I'll think of you, and I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you. And I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness, but above all else,